Nothing major today, just a little postscript to the season, just a little thing called the Champions League final. How you doing, everybody, and welcome to part 17 of the Aston Villa save here on FM24. My name is Stu. Thank you for joining me in today's video. It's a one-off game. It's the Champions League final, and it's against Manchester City because of course it is. And if you're excited to see how we get on in the biggest game in club football, then do not forget to leave a like on the video for me and to subscribe so you don't miss any of the nonsense that comes out of this face right here. Yeah, there's not much else to say really. It is going to be one game, and then next video will be the season review, and that's the 11. There's nothing else to show you because nothing really else has happened this season. It was this season. Where did that come from? In between the FA Cup final and now. The one thing I did forget to do, hold on one moment, is to put the tie on. Completely forgot to do that for the FA Cup final. We're not being shabby for the Champions League final though. We'll make sure that is on. But yeah, nothing's happened between the games of note. We've got pretty much the strongest 11 that we're able to put out. Of course, for the Champions League final, Joe Gomez is back. Jack Grealish is back. I mean, Mark Guehi is back, but he is on the bench and he is nowhere near starting. Oddly though, and I don't really get into this usually unless I'm the international manager, international call-ups. Grealish has been called up? Yeah, absolutely. The way that he's played for us in the when he got settled back in. No call-up for Archie Gray. No call-up for Jacob Ramsey. Out of Joe Gomez and Mark Guehi, who do you think he called up? The one who's actually had a good season, or the one who's been an utter disappointment? Nope, you're wrong. It's Mark Guehi who is called up. Joe Gomez has been left at home. I'm livid for him. I really genuinely am. But it is what it is. And, well, you know, at least Joe Gomez is going to be fighting fit for the next season, I suppose, is the way that we look at it. And maybe Mark Guehi comes back with a bit of form. That's the only positive I can think of. But anyway, let's get into the game and let's see how things go. So this is the 11 we're going to be using for the Champions League final in Season 2 of this save. It is Martinez in goal, Cash, Gomez, Torres and Miranda in defence, Gray and Kamara in the midfield with Diaby, Ramsey and Grealish supporting Wahi up front. I don't even care. Like, genuinely, I expected us to get knocked out fairly early in the knockouts. I thought we'd get through the... not the group stage, the league stage as it is now. And I thought we'd just get knocked out in the knockouts, and somehow we found ourselves here. So I am content with whatever happens. What will be, will be. We're going to put our best foot forward, and we're just going to see whether we can get the job done. If we can't, it's not the end of the world. At the end of the day, Manchester City have been the team that really probably should have won the league. But we ended up just being better than them in the league. So it is what it is, but we'll just wait and see what happens. They're a very, very good side. We've got some great qualities as well, but really all I'm concerned about at this point is just worrying about what we're going to do to make the squad better. Jacob Ramsey's a menace, and if I was him in game, I'd be so looking to prove a point to the England manager, because the England manager does not know what he's talking about if he's not picking him. He scored 15 league goals this season from midfield. The man should be considered for the squad, no problem. Same with Archie Gray. Archie Gray I can kind of understand though, because there are other players. I mean, it's a central midfield with Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, players of that calibre. I understand it. However, you do need squad depth. And Moussa Diaby has just gone and scored in the Champions League final. Well then. Moussa crosses in. Eliawahi can't get there. It comes down. Diaby just kind of gets it down, and it takes a wicked deflection, I think, off of Eliawahi. It doesn't matter, though. It's 1-0 in the 17th minute. We lead. I'm getting flashbacks. One of the first things I uploaded on this channel was a cut. Was it cut down? I don't even know if it's cut down. I might have actually included the whole thing. But I included the Champions League final from FM21, that my Aston Villa team at that point was nowhere near this level of Aston Villa team. Like, it was relatively straightforward in terms of it was the squad from that year's game with one or two half-decent additions. Like, not upgrading the squad. It was keeping the squad where it was. And we ended up beating Liverpool in the Champions League final in dramatic scenes. I will try and remember to link it in this video somewhere. And I'll try and remember to share it on Twitter as well. Because that is what this is feeling like. Only we're dominating. Jacob Ramsey, what a season he's had, has just scored. And made it too. Huh? What? What? I mean, it's a poor cross. But it ends up getting through. Why he gets it down to Jacob. And Jacob Ramsey goes and scores the most important goal of his career, potentially. And we lead by 2. And Manchester City's season has just gone from bad because they didn't win the league to worse because they've got, in theory, an easy team in the final. We thought that and we got beat by Brentford. And Man City, I think, will have thought the same thing. So Diego Simeone, Man City, by the way, which is an interesting combination. Goodness me. And also, is that Kieran Tierney, who's playing as a Manchester City left-back? And, of course, Erling Haaland was going to score. And it is 2-1. I'm going to encourage the boys. That is Kieran Tierney, isn't it? It is. Kieran Tierney signed for Man City in this universe. What is that nonsense all about? Utter nonsense. Cash and Gomez not having good games, by the way, so we might have to do something about that at half-time. But at half-time, it is Aston Villa 2, Manchester City 1. And I am genuinely delighted. Right, Jack Grealish, I'm not happy with you, but I understand it. It's your former team. They know all of your tricks. You two, I'm not happy. Torres, calm yourself down. You two, sort your lives out. I think we just go again. No changes for Manchester City. They've kept things exactly as they are, which is fine. I am going to demand more from the boys. I think there is more to come from us, but we start with a Manchester City corner. It's whipped in. Erling Haaland puts it just wide. We're very lucky there. Very, very lucky indeed. I mean, Joe Gomez is worrying me. Joe Gomez really is worrying me. Oh, my God. And Rodri puts it just over. I think that's Rodri anyway. I'm not too sure. There's no one else in the squad called Rodrigo who's starting. So, yeah, it must be Rodri. Right, demand more. We are still leading, but it does kind of feel like the pressure is all against us. Right, I mean, I've upset everyone. Jack Grealish, I think, is going to come off. I mean, do we bring Ollie Watkins on? I'm thinking we bring Ollie on. Move them around. Elliot can play as the inside forward, which he can do really well. Ollie can be the pressing forward and cause them, hopefully, some problems. Miranda's been poor, but I don't have another left back. So I could move Mark Guay out. Sorry, Joe Gomez out, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, do I start Mark Guay? Do I start Mark Guay? Or Yaka Biol? Because Biol would be better in the air. He would help counter the aerial threat of Erling Haaland. I'm going to do that, you know. Yaka Biol comes on. And Archie Gray, I think, has got a stay of execution. So does Boubacar Kamara for now. I'm going to keep Matty Cash on for the moment with a view to bringing on Christopher Ayer. But on we go in the game. Erling Haaland is off. Erling Haaland is off with an injury. That changes things. So I now need to make one change, which is get rid of that. And I want to have Phil Foden marked by you because you've moved sides. I also do just want to double check who came. So Bernardo Silva's been moved up front. Apparently should be marking Bernardo Silva, so I might do that. Nunes will go in hard on him. And I think we'll be pressing John Stones as well. No, not pressing John Stones. Let John Stones do what he wants. So, okay, we'll follow the game's advice. We'll follow our assistant manager's advice, I should say. Specific player. Is Phil Foden still... have I balls that up? I'm just thinking. Left. Sorry, he needs to be marked by the right centre-back. Which is what I've done. So the left centre-back needs to mark the other striker, which is Bernardo Silva. That makes sense. Right striker, marked by left centre-back. That makes perfect sense. Hopefully. Well, I'm doing it, so let's hope for the best. Oh my word, I'm nervous. Because this is a treble as well. This is us winning the treble that we're talking about here. In our second season. Right, Cash is off. Aya's on. And I can't take Miranda off. He's at 6.6. I can let that go. Kamara I'd like to take off. I am actually going to do that and bring on Douglas Luiz. Get Luiz on the pitch. Now we wait. We've rolled the dice and we have a throw-in. Christopher Aya with that throw-in. Getting the ball to Douglas Luiz here. Formerly of Manchester City, of course. Tries to get it into Ramsey. Can't find it. And it's a scramble. And we end up with the ball. Eliawahi now. Loses the ball. And Man City have a chance here. Matthias Nunes running forward here. City on the counter-attack. Kieran Tierney out wide providing the width. It's him versus Aya. Aya ends up winning the battle. And now it's Jacobiol into Luiz. Poor pass from Douglas Luiz. You'd expect him to do better there. And Bernardo Silva's equalised. But it might be offside. I can't tell what the assistant just did. I feel like I saw an arm move. Has it been disallowed? It's been disallowed. We still lead in the Champions League final. It's a poor pass from Douglas Luiz. We get lucky there. Right. Focus. You need to focus, sir. Oh my word. That was a huge moment. And Manchester City could not take it. Moments in this game left. And Douglas Luiz has ended up with an injury. We've actually still got a substitution left though. Oh my word. What a game this has turned out to be. Right. Well, I don't have any other right back options to move Christopher Aya across. So I think we'll end up bringing Yuri on. We'll have him as a... We'll move him and Archie Gray around. And Archie Gray... Don't really want two playmakers, but... Let's have a double pivot. Why not? Let's just see if Yuri can see it out. We've got moments left of the game. Moments left. We've got extra time going on here for some reason, but it doesn't matter. Because we've just done it. Oh, we've gone and done it. Emi Martinez is about to lift the Champions League. I did not think in my wildest dreams we would win that trophy in this save. I did not think for a second that we'd do it. Wow. Wow. At the Allianz Arena. I'm sure it's at the Allianz. I'm sure it's Germany. We've won the Champions League. I think my game's froze a little bit there as well. There we go. It's come back to life now. Well. I mean, none of the match stats are coming up because the game is in disbelief just as much as I am. We'll go to the dressing room. Wow. I mean, again, lads, look a bit happier about it. Well, that was like the extreme aim of the save. The one that I didn't think we'd fulfill. And for the first time since that shirt, we've won the Champions League. And we've done the treble. Not just a treble. The treble. The third team in English history to do it. And we've qualified for the Club World Cup. Which, when is this? It's already been drawn? I mean, this looks like a fully drawn Club World Cup. I mean, am I missing a sin here? Or is this going to be for the next Club World Cup? It must be for the next one. Because we're not on the list. To be honest, I'm fine with us not being on the list because I've got mixed experience. Well, no, I haven't got mixed experiences at all. I've got horrendous experiences with the Club World Cup in the past, so I'm actually quite content if we don't end up in it in this save. I can't believe we've just done that. I thought My thought was, third season we might win the Premier League and we'll win a couple of domestic trophies in League Season 1, Season 2 if we're lucky, and maybe the Conference League. Maybe the Europa League if we get there in Season 2. Maybe we'll have a run in the Champions League. And instead, we've done everything in this save by Season 2. I'm still going to do a third season. And we'll see what we can do to make the squad better. But, I mean, Douglas Luiz is out. That doesn't really matter at this point. I'll do the press conference off camera. But, oh my word. I mean, I could end the save here. But I've got 60, 70 million pounds to spend. And I can't... Well, it's gone down a bit now for some reason. While we've given money out to other clubs for their players. But, I mean, I feel like there's still work we can do on this squad to make it even better. We will do one more season. Because I've enjoyed this save. I might just utilise the simulate match button. Which I haven't done yet. I might just use the simulate match button on this skin. Just get through it a little bit quicker. And we'll see what we can do in a third and final season. Can we continue the momentum? Can we get Ramsey, Gray, those guys England call-ups because they deserve them? Can we settle down and nail on this first team and become a proper force rather than like a Porto or a Monaco who blitz through to a final and then you never really hear from them at the top again? Can we cement ourselves? That's the aim for the next season, is to do a lot of this again. And to win the Carabao Cup, because that still stings that we didn't win that one. But that is going to be it for this ridiculous video. I will see you for the season review and transfer special for the final season of this save. So, until next time, thank you. I've still got this tie on. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to hit a like on the video for me if you have enjoyed. And don't forget to subscribe. It's completely free to do so. And you'll make me very happy. I've been Stu. You guys have been awesome. And I will see you next time. Cheers.